Apparently, oats are a very controversial food, right? People have a lot of strong opinions about oats, and as a result, people will then come to me and ask me for confirmation or clarification on the different claims that they hear about oats and other different types of plant-based foods, right? And so I was sent a video by a guy named David Asprey, or Asprey, however you say his name. Right? I'm not really quite sure. And it was a short video, about 45 seconds, and he's making a variety of different claims about oats, right? So I wanted to do like a quick review of that and kind of give my input and some clarification on that, all right? So let's take a look here. Let's take a look up at the screen. Let's check it out.
Oatmeal has another name. It's called gruel, and it's what they fed peasants in Europe.
All right, so number one, gruel is not a synonym for oatmeal. It's not a synonym for oats, okay? Oatmeal is a type of industrialized, processed oat, right? It's oats ground up into a fine form, right? We often know this as, like, for example, instant oats. Gruel is a type of dish. It's like a very thin porridge, very watery porridge, because there's not a whole lot of substance to it, which is the reason why it's so watery in the first place, right? So basically, just want to clear that up first off, because he doesn't really know the difference between what gruel is and what oats are. Okay, not to mention, you can make gruel not just with oats, but you can make it with other whole grains as well, right? So gruel is not a synonym for oats.
They weren't going to feed him the good stuff. And the reason oatmeal satisfies you is that it has lots of fiber, which makes you feel full. The reason it's not good for you is it actually has high doses of phytic acid, which pulls minerals out of your cells.
Okay, so phytic acid does not pull minerals out of your cells. Okay? Phytic acid is actually an antioxidant. Okay? It's like a natural preservative that is formed inside things like whole grains, in legumes and nuts and seeds and things like this, right? It prevents them from breaking down and decomposing over time the way that like fresh fruit would, right? So when you see like dry beans and rice and things like that, and you can buy them like 10 and 20 pounds at a time and they have a really long shelf life, it's because of this antioxidant, right? This natural preservative, right? That really holds the form together. It's a binding agent, right? That holds the structure, right? But it has nothing to do with like, the phytic acids pulling minerals from your cells. It's not really quite how that works.
So now you're getting weaker over time. It also has things that irritate the lining of the gut and other stuff like that. But it was better than starving to death, and you gave it.
Also with phytic acid, now the thing is, yeah, sure, phytic acid can be harmful to you if you're getting a high enough dosage, right? But phytic acid is largely neutralized, through soaking, sprouting, boiling, steaming, and other cooking methods, right? As you put a food through some type of process to make it more edible, that breaks down the phytic acid. And then the nutrients become more bioavailable during the digestive process, right? So that's a little detail that I really noticed that people tend to leave out for some reason, right? No one is just dry scooping dry beans out of a bag and then swallowing them whole, right? I wouldn't advise that. And if you were to do that, well, then maybe phytic acid would become more of a problem for your gut if you were to do that. But no one's doing that, right? So it's a pretty important detail to leave out, especially if you're going to make a claim like this.
To the peasants, they tilled the fields, and they gave you 90% of their income so that you could eat whatever you wanted in your castle. It's a really neat hack if you're a ruler and you convince the peasants that they want oatmeal instead of ground beef, because then you get to eat all the ground beef yourself, and we have that going on right now. So don't fall for it.
I don't know if people were being convinced that they wanted oatmeal. Right? I don't think that's how that works. Right. For me, I eat oats, specifically rolled oats. You have seen my overnight oats recipes. And I don't eat oats because I was convinced by the lords of the castle that I wanted oats, right? It's not really how that works, right? It's a beneficial food, right? Rolled oats, or just oats in general, are very rich in B vitamins, B1, B2, B5, B6, very rich in manganese, magnesium, iron, selenium, zinc, all these different types of things, right? You have a lot of beneficial nutrients in oats, right? So to say that eating oats makes you weaker, well, I mean, I eat oats all the time. As a matter of fact, I eat raw overnight oats, and I haven't noticed any strength decline at all, and neither have any of the people who I coach where I put rolled oats in their diet plan, right? So these are like, evidence-free claims that he's making. I mean, he puts up a lot of apparently diet content and biohacking and all of this type of stuff, which is not really a real thing. It's a nice fancy marketing term to sell a book or something like that. But, biohacking is not a real thing, right? You either have a healthy lifestyle with beneficial elements to it that can improve your health, or you don't, right? But apparently he doesn't know what oats are, the different types of oats. He doesn't know that gruel is not a synonym for oats. He doesn't understand what phytic acid is or what it does. Right? So there's a lot of things that he doesn't know. And you can find out these things from quick Google searches. Right? You don't have to be an elite level scholar to know these things. So this is either an extraordinary level of intellectual laziness or dishonesty. Either way, it's unfortunate, right? When you see YouTubers like this who have over 200,000 subs, who don't really put forth the effort to truly understand the things they're talking about, right? So they get in front of a microphone and they make a bunch of claims that are evidence-free and not backed by any type of research. It's truly unfortunate. But I hope that clears things up. My wheelhouse is high raw vegan plant-based nutrition, sports performance and strength and conditioning, performance enhancement, and mindset and self-development. So everything is all about a simple high raw approach to plant-based eating, body weight and resistance band training with minimal training volume. Really all you need is about 60 to 90 minutes a week. And of course, mastering your psychology, right? Being able to manage your strategic processes and maintain and protect your mental and emotional bandwidth. So Tribe by Noir is a coaching platform where I basically give you the full playbook of exactly what to do step by step, involving diet, fitness, and mindset and self-development. And then along with that, you also get member exclusive live streams and weekly group coaching calls. So if something like that interests you, jump on board. You can hit the link in the description of this video, join, become a Tribe by Noir community member, or head over to tribebynoir.com and sign up there. And I'll see you on the other side.